20 Facts About Native Americans More People Should Know. Did you know that prior to European colonization, there were over 300 indigenous languages spoken in North America? The rich history and diverse cultures of Native Americans are often overlooked, but they have made significant contributions to the world we live in today. From cultivating important crops like corn and potatoes to inspiring the U.S. Constitution with the Iroquois Confederacy's Great Law of Peace, Native American heritage is woven into the fabric of our society. Here are 20 facts about Native Americans that will challenge your assumptions and deepen your understanding of these resilient communities. 1. There were once over 300 indigenous languages spoken in North America. Before European colonization, North America was a linguistic tapestry, with over 300 indigenous languages spoken across the continent. Some estimates even suggest there may have been up to 500 distinct languages. Each Native American nation had its own unique language, with some language families encompassing multiple related tongues. For example, the Algonquian language family includes languages like Ojibwe, Cree, and Blackfoot. Sadly, many of these languages have been lost over time due to forced assimilation and the suppression of Native American cultures. Today, linguists and Native communities are working hard to preserve and revitalize the remaining indigenous languages. 2. The Iroquois Confederacy helped inspire the U.S. Constitution. The U.S. Constitution drew inspiration from the political structure of the Iroquois Confederacy. This alliance of 6 Native American nations, the Mohawk, Oneida, Onondaga, Cayuga, Seneca, and Tuscarora, had a sophisticated system of government that impressed the Founding Fathers. The Iroquois Confederacy, also known as the Haudenosaunee, operated under a constitution called the Great Law of Peace. This document outlined a democratic system with checks and balances, separation of powers, and a bicameral legislature. Benjamin Franklin and other early American leaders studied the Iroquois political system and incorporated some of its principles into the U.S. Constitution. 3. Native Americans played a crucial role in World War II. Over 44,000 Native Americans served in the U.S. military during World War II, both abroad and on the home front. Their contributions were invaluable, from the famous Navajo code talkers who used their language to create an unbreakable code, to the Mohawk skywalkers who helped build skyscrapers and bridges. Native American women also played a vital role, with many serving as nurses, factory workers, and even pilots. Despite facing discrimination and challenges, these brave men and women fought for their country and helped secure the Allied victory. Their service and sacrifice are a testament to the resilience and patriotism of Native American communities. 4. The Trail of Tears resulted in the deaths of thousands. In one of the darkest chapters of U.S. history, the Indian Removal Act of 1830 led to the forced relocation of tens of thousands of Native Americans from their ancestral lands in the southeastern United States. The Cherokee, Muskogee, Creek, Seminole, Chickasaw, and Choctaw nations were among those affected. The grueling journey, known as the Trail of Tears, spanned over 5,000 miles and took place under harsh conditions. Many Native Americans died from exposure, disease, and starvation along the way. It's estimated that of the 15,000 Cherokee who were forcibly removed, around 4,000 perished during the trek to present-day Oklahoma. This tragic event remains a painful reminder of the injustices inflicted upon Native American communities. 5. Native Americans have made significant contributions to science and medicine. Throughout history, Native Americans have made groundbreaking contributions to various fields of science and medicine. One notable example is Susan LaFlèche Picotte, an Omaha woman who became the first Native American to earn a medical degree in 1889. She went on to provide healthcare to her community and opened a hospital on the Omaha Reservation. Other trailblazers include Bertha Parker Palin Cody, considered the first Native American woman archaeologist, and Mary Golda Ross, a Cherokee aerospace engineer who played a crucial role in NASA's early space programs. These pioneers paved the way for future generations of Native American scientists and healers. 6. The oldest continuously inhabited settlement in North America is Acoma Pueblo. Perched atop a 367-foot sandstone bluff in New Mexico, Acoma Pueblo is believed to be the oldest continuously inhabited settlement in North America. The Acoma people, also known as the Sky City Dwellers, have lived in this ancient village for over 1,000 years. The Pueblo's stunning adobe buildings and intricate pottery are testaments to the Acoma people's resilience and cultural heritage. Despite facing numerous challenges throughout history, including a brutal massacre by Spanish conquistadors in 1599, the Acoma have persevered and continue to maintain their traditional way of life. Today, Acoma Pueblo is a National Historic Landmark and a living reminder of the enduring spirit of Native American communities. 7. Native American inventions have shaped modern life. From kayaks to syringes, Native American ingenuity has given us many inventions we rely on today. The Inuit people of the Arctic region developed the kayak, a lightweight and maneuverable watercraft that has become a popular recreational vessel worldwide. In the medical field, the Aztecs used a primitive form of the syringe to inject medicinal herbs, while the Inca people of South America performed successful skull surgeries using tools made from bronze and obsidian. Other notable Native American inventions include hammocks, rubber, and even a precursor to the modern-day mouthwash. These innovations are a testament to the creativity and resourcefulness of indigenous peoples. 8. The Iroquois Great Law of Peace promoted gender equality. The Iroquois Confederacy, also known as the Haudenosaunee, was not only a political trailblazer but also a champion of gender equality. Under the Great Law of Peace, women held significant power and influence within their communities. Iroquois women had the right to vote, own property, and even choose the male leaders of their tribes. They also played a crucial role in decision-making, with clan mothers having the authority to appoint and remove chiefs. This level of gender equality was unheard of in European societies at the time and served as an example of the progressive values held by some Native American cultures. 9. Native American tribes used sophisticated agricultural techniques. Contrary to the stereotype of Native Americans as simple hunter-gatherers, many tribes developed advanced agricultural practices that sustained large populations. The Hopi people of the Southwest, for example, used dry farming techniques to grow crops in the arid desert landscape. The Three Sisters planting method, used by many Native American tribes, involved interplanting corn, beans, and squash. This symbiotic relationship allowed the crops to support and nourish each other, resulting in higher yields and healthier soil. These sustainable farming practices have gained renewed interest in recent years as we seek ways to feed a growing population while preserving the environment. 10. The Navajo Nation is larger than 10 U.S. states. The Navajo Nation, located in the Four Corners region of the southwestern United States, is the largest Native American reservation in the country. Spanning over 27,000 square miles, the Navajo Nation is larger than the states of Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and New Jersey combined. This vast territory is home to over 300,000 Navajo people, who have maintained their language, traditions, and way of life despite centuries of challenges. The Navajo Nation has its own government, laws, and public services, making it a nation within a nation. This unique status is a testament to the resilience and determination of the Navajo people to preserve their culture and autonomy. 11. Native American tribes have a long history of environmental stewardship. For millennia, Native American tribes have practiced sustainable land management and conservation. Many indigenous cultures view the earth as a sacred entity, and their traditional ecological knowledge has played a vital role in preserving biodiversity and natural resources. The Menominee Nation of Wisconsin, for example, has managed its forests sustainably for over 150 years, ensuring a continuous supply of timber while maintaining the health of the ecosystem. In the Pacific Northwest, tribes like the Nisqually and Yakama have been at the forefront of efforts to restore salmon populations and protect watersheds. These examples highlight the valuable contributions Native American communities have made to environmental stewardship. 12. The Ghost Dance movement sought to revitalize Native American cultures. In the late 19th century, the Ghost Dance movement emerged among Native American tribes as a response to the devastating impact of colonization and forced assimilation. The spiritual movement, which originated with the Paiute prophet Wovoka, promised a return to traditional ways of life and the restoration of native lands. Participants in the Ghost Dance believed that performing the sacred dance would bring about a new era of peace, prosperity, and unity for Native American people. The movement spread rapidly across the West, alarming U.S. authorities who feared it would lead to an uprising. Tragically, the Ghost Dance movement came to a violent end with the Wounded Knee Massacre of 1890, where U.S. soldiers killed over 250 Lakota men, women, and children. Despite its suppression, the ghost dance remains a powerful symbol of Native American resistance and cultural revitalization. 13. Native American art has influenced modern American culture. From the bold geometric designs of Navajo rugs to the intricate beadwork of the Plains Indians, Native American art has had a profound impact on modern American culture. Many of the motifs and patterns found in indigenous art have been adapted and incorporated into fashion, interior design, and popular culture. The work of contemporary Native American artists like Fritz Scholder, T.C. Cannon, and John Quick-to-See Smith has challenged stereotypes and brought indigenous perspectives to the forefront of the art world. These artists have used their work to address issues of identity, politics, and cultural heritage while also pushing the boundaries of traditional Native American art forms. Their contributions have enriched American art and culture. 14. Native American tribes have fought for voting rights. Despite being granted U.S. citizenship in 1924, many Native Americans faced significant barriers to voting well into the 20th century. Some states used literacy tests, poll taxes, and other discriminatory practices to disenfranchise Native voters. It wasn't until the passage of the Voting Rights Act of 1965 that Native Americans gained full access to the ballot box. Even so, many tribes have had to fight for equal representation and voting access. In recent years, Native American activists have challenged voter ID laws and polling place closures that disproportionately affect indigenous communities. These ongoing struggles highlight the importance of protecting and expanding voting rights for all Americans. 15. The Iroquois Confederacy inspired the Founding Fathers. The political structure of the Iroquois Confederacy significantly influenced the Founding Fathers as they drafted the U.S. Constitution. The Iroquois Great Law of Peace, which governed the Confederacy, outlined principles of democracy, checks and balances, and the separation of powers. Benjamin Franklin, in particular, was impressed by the Iroquois system of government and invited Haudenosaunee leaders to address the Continental Congress in 1776. The Iroquois example of a united, democratic confederation of states played a role in shaping the American political system. While the extent of this influence is debated, it is clear that the Founding Fathers drew inspiration from the sophisticated political structures of Native American societies. 16. Native American tribes have a long tradition of serving in the U.S. military. Native Americans have a proud history of military service, with many tribes having fought alongside U.S. forces in every major conflict since the Revolutionary War. In fact, Native Americans serve in the U.S. military at a higher rate per capita than any other ethnic group. During World War I, around 12,000 Native Americans served in the U.S. military despite not being recognized as U.S. citizens at the time. In World War II, over 44,000 Native Americans served, including the famous Navajo code talkers, who used their language to create an unbreakable code. Today, Native American veterans are honored for their bravery and sacrifice, with many tribes holding special ceremonies and events to recognize their service. 17. The Pueblo Revolt of 1680 was a successful indigenous uprising. In 1680, the Pueblo people of present-day New Mexico launched a successful rebellion against Spanish colonial rule. The Pueblo Revolt, also known as Pope's Rebellion, was led by a spiritual leader named Pope who united the various Pueblo tribes against the Spanish. The uprising began on August 10, 1680, with coordinated attacks on Spanish settlements and missions. The Pueblo forces, armed with bows and arrows and captured Spanish weapons, drove the colonizers out of the region. For the next 12 years, the Pueblo people governed themselves, free from Spanish control. Although the Spanish eventually reconquered the area, the Pueblo Revolt remains a powerful example of indigenous resistance and self-determination. 18. Native American tribes have fought for environmental justice. Native American communities have long been at the forefront of the fight for environmental justice. Many tribes have faced disproportionate impacts from pollution, resource extraction, and climate change, as their lands and ways of life are often tied to the health of the environment. In recent years, Native American activists have led high-profile campaigns against oil pipelines, coal mines, and other projects that threaten their communities and sacred sites. The Standing Rock Sioux tribe's resistance to the Dakota Access Pipeline, for example, garnered international attention and solidarity. These struggles highlight the intersection of indigenous rights, environmental protection, and social justice. 19. Native American tribes have a rich tradition of storytelling. Storytelling has been an integral part of Native American cultures for thousands of years. These oral traditions serve to pass down knowledge, history, and values from one generation to the next. Many Native American stories are rich with symbolism, humor, and life lessons. Some well-known Native American stories include the Iroquois creation story of Sky Woman, the Navajo tale of the Hero Twins, and the Lakota legend of White Buffalo Calf Woman. These stories not only entertain but also provide insight into the worldviews and beliefs of indigenous peoples. Today, Native American storytellers continue to keep these traditions alive, sharing their stories with new generations and audiences. 20. Native American tribes are revitalizing their languages and cultures. Despite centuries of cultural suppression and forced assimilation, Native American tribes are actively working to revitalize their languages and traditions. Many tribes have established language immersion schools, cultural centers, and youth programs to ensure their heritage is passed on to future generations. The Hawaiian language, for example, was once on the brink of extinction, but thanks to the efforts of Native Hawaiian educators and activists, it is now taught in schools and universities across the islands. Similarly, the Navajo Nation has implemented a comprehensive language revitalization program to ensure that the Navajo language remains a living, vibrant part of the community. These efforts demonstrate the resilience and determination of Native American peoples to maintain their cultural identities in the face of ongoing challenges. As we celebrate the rich history and diverse cultures of Native American tribes, it is important to recognize the struggles they have faced and continue to face. By learning about these 20 surprising facts, we can gain a deeper understanding and appreciation for indigenous peoples' contributions, resilience, and vitality. Let us honor their legacy by supporting their ongoing fights for self-determination, cultural preservation, and social justice.